Hello and welcome to this preview of the Banker's Top 1000 World Banks Ranking for 2023. I'm Joy McKnight, the editor of The Banker, here to provide some insights into the exciting things we have in store for you in this year's ranking. The Banker's Top 1000 World Banks Ranking has been setting the industry benchmark since 1970 and is one of the key events in the banking calendar. The ranking identifies the top 1,000 largest banks by Tier 1 capital and is the definitive guide to identifying which banks are the strongest in the world. Bankers, analysts, consultants, and rating agencies are all eager to get their hands on the latest top 1,000. This year's ranking, out on July 5th, is hotly anticipated again. Despite the hopes of a steady recovery as the worst effects of the COVID-19 pandemic began to subside, the past year has been one of amplified market volatility and economic turbulence. We've seen rising interest rates, rampant inflation, tightening monetary policy, the threat of a global recession, and of course, Russia's war on Ukraine. But what has been the impact of this challenging environment on the Chinese megabanks, which have held the top 4 positions for the past 5 years? Will ICBC hold on to its position as the biggest bank in the world for a record 11th year running? In the 2022 ranking, there were 140 Chinese banks in the ranking, accounting for a third of Tier 1 capital, the main measure of the top 1,000. How many Chinese banks will feature this year, and how powerful will they be? The US, the country with the most banks, 186, and the 2022 ranking, has lost ground to China over the past few years. But is this the year that the country's banks see a rebound and improve their positioning, especially at the top of the ranking? Western European banks in general have struggled to regain their strength and profitability. Only 7 of the 22 countries saw an increase in aggregate Tier 1 capital in the 2022 ranking. And in the table of the 10 highest losses, 8 were European, with Credit Suisse being one of them. Bankers from every region will find something of value in the top 1,000 World Banks ranking. Banking sectors in Africa, the Middle East, Central and Eastern Europe, Latin America and the Caribbean are all smaller than the powerhouses of Asia, Western Europe and North America, but their results are every bit as significant. The top 1,000 ranking lists banks by their Tier 1 capital and provides a wealth of data on assets and asset quality, increases and falls in profit, return on capital, and return on assets. We analyze results by region, country, and benchmark bank to bank, as well as run cohorts in 20 countries through our best performing bank methodology to help identify strengths and weaknesses. And we provide extensive commentary from our editors, highlighting new developments and trends. So the excitement is building as the countdown begins to the top 1,000 World Bank's 2023 ranking, which will be released on July 5th. For some banks, there is the excitement of rising up the ranks ahead of rivals, or indeed the setback of having tumbled a few places. To make sure you don't miss out, subscribe now to access the rankings as soon as they are published using the information at the end of this video.